guys, so I have just spent the last 5 hours, and I'm not exaggerating, literally 5 hours filming my MAC 48 lip swatch video, which should probably be up by the time this video goes up. If it's not, it'll be the next one up. And my lips absolutely hate me. As much as I love filming like the swatch videos, the lip swatch videos for you guys, they're just so time consuming and they take forever to edit. And then of course my lips, they're just done forever. Like right now they're so super stained and swollen. But anyway, my point is I was like literally just filming the swatch video all day and I didn't talk to you guys. So I decided before taking off my makeup, I would film like a chit-chatty type video. And then I was thinking, what am I gonna film? And I finally decided to sit down and share my anti-haul with you guys. Now, for those of you who might not know what an anti-haul is, it is a really fun video that I'm totally addicted to watching right now on YouTube. And it is all about products that you have basically no interest in purchasing for whatever reason. So today I'm gonna be sharing, I think, about 7 or 8 products that I just have no interest in purchasing. And of course, I do want to put a quick disclaimer out there because I know somebody's going to get offended. And that is that by no means am I bashing a brand or any person in particular, even if I am specifically talking about them. This is just certain products that don't interest me from my favorite brands, because a lot of the brands I'm going to be talking about I absolutely love. So just wanted to put that quick disclaimer out there. Now let's go into talk about products that I'm not going to be purchasing anytime soon. Now the first product is going to shock you guys so much because everyone on social media, and when I say everyone, I literally mean everyone, because I think I've heard like 2 negative reviews on this palette. By the way, I'm going to be talking about a lot of palettes in this video. But my first palette is the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette. When I actually look at the palette, it looks absolutely beautiful and the color selection is so pretty and very practical, and I feel like you can do so many different looks with it. Like I feel like it's like the one palette that you'll ever need because it's so versatile. But Morphe for me as a brand in general is just like eh. Like I just never get excited about it. I have some palettes from them and they're just like okay. It's not like an amazing brand and it's not bad. And I know that the Jaclyn Hill palette, like the formula of the eyeshadows are very different, but just as a whole I feel like I have like most of the colors in the palette. So for that reason I just don't feel like I need it. I do want to say that I love Jaclyn Hill as a person and as a businesswoman. She is so smart and I just love the empire that she's built for herself. But the palette, as pretty as it is, just doesn't really interest me that much. Okay, speaking of eyeshadow palettes, the next one is one that I actually almost purchased, but that the reviews on YouTube totally talked me out of it. And I am talking about the Sephora Pro palette, specifically the Warm palette. Now, I love Sephora collection products in general, and I actually don't know if this Sephora Pro is the same as the Sephora collection, but if it is, it's really shocking because the Sephora Pro palette is about $68 and the Sephora collection is relatively affordable for a brand to be inside Sephora. And I actually love the Sephora collection products. Like their lipsticks, like the liquid lipsticks are some of my favorites. They're so comfortable and long wearing and they're only about $12 or $14. So they're pretty affordable, not drugstore prices, but they are affordable. But when I saw the price on the Sephora Pro palette, I was like, $68 for this palette, as beautiful as it is, like, do I really need it? And then of course I saw the reviews and I heard more negative than positive about how much fallout all of these eyeshadows have, and I was just like, after Subculture, I was just like, it's not for me. As pretty as the palette is, I'm not gonna waste my money on a palette that just has fallout everywhere. So for that reason, the Sephora palette is also out. But the next thing I'm not interested in purchasing is the Anastasia Glow Kits, the Aurora and the, what's the other one? Let me actually look it up because I don't remember what it's called. Okay, it's the Aurora palette and the Moonchild palette, and I mean, they look beautiful. Like the colors just look so pretty, but I can never see myself using, like on a normal everyday basis, a purple or blue highlight. Like it's very cool for like Halloween or like a special occasion, like a festival or something, but practically that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm actually looking at the Moonchild palette. All the other like wearable shades are actually like very cool. So I personally, you guys know, I like really warm highlights. So that's not gonna work for me. And I'm even looking at the Aurora palette now. Like, one of the shades look like it would work for my skin tone. But if I'm just purchasing a palette for one shade, it's just not worth it. Okay, so before I even tell you guys the next two things that I will not be purchasing, I just want to say today is, I was going to say April 14th, but August 14th, and today is the day that the Desi X Katy for Dose of Color collection launched. And I was so excited for this collection. I still am very excited for this collection. I did purchase the eyeshadow palette, the orange liquid lipstick, and one of the highlights. Full review of all those goodies coming very soon. But the two things that I'm not going to be purchasing from this collection are the nude lipsticks, and they are the traditional lipsticks from the collection. And the reason why is because both Desi and Katy are a lot lighter than my actual skin tone. And when I saw like swatches online, I just knew that these colors, these two shades, would be way too light for my skin tone. And I like my nude lipsticks to be just a little bit darker than my skin tone. So I knew that the two colors wouldn't really work for me. So for that reason, both of those lipsticks are also on my anti-haul list. I am really excited for everything else that I purchased, and like I said, I will be doing a full review, so stay tuned. So the next thing that I will not be purchasing is going to be literally no surprise to you guys if you watch my KKW contour sticks review video. If you haven't seen that, I will link it in the description box below. But Kim Kardashian actually just today, or was it yesterday? Either yesterday or today, but I actually think it was just today, previewed her brand new highlight / contour kits on her Snapchat. The contour kits just look like, I don't know, I feel like even like the dark, I think it was like called like deep dark, or I don't know. I think that the darkest contour kit, it looked like it wouldn't even show up on my skin tone. And I'm like an NC42. I mean, I'm kind of tan right now, but I don't know. I just feel like overall, I'm very curious to see what other people have to say. For me, I'm totally just keeping my money in my pocket and passing on those. Maybe they're amazing, I don't know. But from what I saw, like even the highlights, they just look like, they don't look like anything special. So for that reason, I will not be purchasing the KKW brand new contour / highlight kit. Okay, speaking of Kim Kardashian West, I guess I can now also talk about Kylie Cosmetics as a whole. I do have to say that I was tempted to purchase some things from her collection recently, like her birthday collection was actually really cute. But just overall, nothing really excites me about the brand either. I always want to buy something, and then I'm just like, when I really take a closer look, I'm just like, I have that in my collection. It's nothing like too crazy. I don't know, maybe that's just me being like really picky. And I also feel like they come out with so much newness. Like, I feel like every 2 to 3 weeks, there's a new entire collection that it's a little bit overwhelming. Like, I can't even really decide what I want because they come out with so much product all the time. And just overall, between like the KKW now and Kylie Cosmetics, the shopping experience is just too much. Actually, looking back at it, when her cosmetic line first launched, I did try to buy something, and it was just such an awful experience. Like waiting there, and oh, it was just so stressful that just put a bad taste in my mouth. I am waiting for something amazing to launch, and then of course I will purchase it and review it for you guys. But right now, the whole brand in general is a big pass for me. Ooh. Okay guys, we are almost done. I only have 2 more. Actually, both of them are eyeshadow palettes, and then we are done with this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far. But the next product that I will not be purchasing, or products that I will not be purchasing, are the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. Now, I do want to say I've only heard good things about these palettes. I mean, even just looking at them online, they just look absolutely beautiful. And I really wanted to get one of them. I forget which one it's called. It's like the really pretty warm eyeshadow palette. Obviously, you guys know I want all the warm palettes in the world. But then I looked at the price tag, and I think it was like $125 or $129, and I was seriously like in shock because that is so overpriced. Like, that is crazy. I feel like even like the best of the best are priced under $50. Like I said, I've only heard good things about the palettes, but I personally cannot get myself to spend that much money on the palettes. So yeah, unfortunately, as pretty as they are and as pigmented and as high quality as they are, those are also a huge, huge pass for me. Okay, my last palette that I will not be purchasing is the brand new Huda Beauty Purple. I have to see what it's called. I think it's called like Purple Sands. Let me actually make sure that I have the right name for you guys. This is the brand new Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. And you guys, when I see this palette, the packaging is just so stunning. Like the eyes with the jewels, it's just beautiful. The colors also look really, really pretty. But I don't think I'm going to be purchasing it because I actually already own the Huda Beauty Textured Shadow Palette. This is the Rose Gold Edition. And when I first started using this, I really, really liked this palette. And I still like it, but I don't love it. Like I thought I really loved it, but the more I use it, the more I realize that I actually don't love it. The biggest problem that I have with this palette are actually these eyeshadows up here, the textured eyeshadows. Now, when I first got this, I had much shorter nails, so it was easier for me to use these eyeshadows. But since I have longer nails now, for me to actually try to get in the palette, I'm always making a mess, always poking the eyeshadows, and I just find that they don't apply very well and they don't last a long time on the eyelids at all. I do like some of the matte shades, like I really, really like this last row, with the exception of this color. I just have never even used it, but I do really like these colors down here. These textured eyeshadows just don't really do much for me. As pretty as the new palette is, I really love the packaging. I love all of Huda's packaging. I love her eyelashes. Her eyelash glue, actually, so random, but it's my favorite right now. And I just have a lot of respect for Huda and her sisters in general. I just don't feel like I need to go out and purchase the brand new palette from her collection. I will say that I am on their PR list, not their PR list, but I am on their PR company's PR list, if that makes sense. So I do receive products from them. So I'm not sure if they're gonna send it to me or not, but if I do receive it, I'll let you guys know what I actually think about it. But I will not be going out of my way to purchasing it. Alright guys, so those were all of my picks for my first anti-haul video. I actually had so much fun filming this video and I really am happy with my selection. So if you guys enjoyed this video as well, definitely let me know in the comments below, and maybe I can try to do these like every other month because there's like so much newness in the beauty community. Like I feel like there's a new launch every other day, which is crazy and it's so hard to keep up with. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know all the products that you guys will be passing on. I love hearing from you guys. So leave those in the comments below and I will talk to you guys in my next video.